In this episode, we're diving into the one and the only Yellowstone National Park, where the geysers are faithful, the waterfalls are epic, and the wildlife, well, let's just say some of them could use some driving lessons. First up, we're kicking things off with the star of the show, Old Faithful. She's punctual, she's dramatic, and just like a good cup of coffee, she's guaranteed to wake you up in the morning. Next, we're taking you to Yellowstone's version of the Grand Canyon. It's big, it's beautiful, and spoiler alert, it's right next to the upper and lower Yellowstone Falls, where you may want to rethink what you call a nice little hike. Then it's off to the Great Prismatic Geyser Basin, where the colors are so vivid you'll swear you're stepping into a painting. Trust us, you don't need to adjust your screen, it's just Mother Nature showing off. And who could forget the Roosevelt Arch? It's like the grand entrance to Mother Nature's VIP club. No reservations needed. Just bring your sense of adventure and a camera. Of course, it wouldn't be Yellowstone without some wildlife encounters. From bison traffic jams to elk that think they own the place, there's never a dull moment in the Wild West. So buckle up, grab your binoculars, and let's hit the road through Yellowstone. Because at Soaring Phoenix Travels, we're all about the journey, the laughs, and the unforgettable moments you'll be talking about for years to come. We all good?
We're good. So here's where we're going.
Okay. So, down this road?
Mm-hmm.
Or down the other side of the
Down here.
I think
No.
it's the other side of the little
No.
playground.
Look.
This is the little playgroundy area,
No,
right?
hang on. No, hang on. Here's us right here. We're in that second lane.
Yeah.
We turn and go up. We're from that second lane.
Okay.
We're just going straight up this way.
And we're next to that guy.
Yep.
I will jump out too. We are in Yellowstone. Literally, we have been in the park for like 3 minutes, maybe. We just came through West Yellowstone Gate, and we have got our first wildlife sighting of elk up ahead. So I'm going to switch the camera around and see if I can get these beautiful creatures on video. We literally have a bison walking down the middle of the road right to us. Hey, big guy.
Hey, big boy.
Okay, so we've been inside of Yellowstone for 45 minutes, maybe. We've seen a herd of moose. They weren't elk, they were moose. And one really big bison walking down the middle of the road, just taking his sweet time.
Right next to us.
And that was awesome. So we saw Gibbon Falls, and not bad for a late afternoon inside of West Yellowstone.
Not at all. We had planned on going a little farther, but we kind of forgot that it is Game 7 for us hockey fans. And so we're going to go get a bite and watch a game. And hopefully we will see the big boy again as we turned around and now are heading back. And we're probably, what, a good half an hour in? Probably not more than a half an hour in.
Maybe a half an hour in. We're not even to Norris Junction. So Yellowstone's awesome. Can't wait to see the rest of it. We're here for a week.
Oh, yeah. They go over there.
Yep. So if you're going to come watch Old Faithful, pro tip, go to the visitor center first, find out what time it's going to come off. Or go off. What time it's going to erupt. There we go.
Yeah, that is something we did not do. So definitely.
Yeah, we were here for an hour waiting for it to come off, but just take a look at the crowds. So, yeah, definitely get here early.
And go find out when it's going to go.
Find out what's going to come off.
Come in about a half an hour before.
Yeah, find out what's going to erupt, and then get here about a half an hour early for the best seats. We are at the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone River. If you've been to the Grand Canyon in Arizona, I'm sure it's much bigger than this, but this is absolutely spectacular. You can see the water running through it. We are just below Upper and Lower Yellowstone River Falls, and it's so worth it. You've got to come here. If you go to the falls, stop. I mean, it's a 2-minute walk down to the viewpoint, but it's absolutely gorgeous, and don't miss it. We are at the Upper and Lower Falls. You can kind of see part of the Upper Falls behind us. There is a 3/4 mile trek. It's a switchback. It's like 600 feet elevation drop in 3/4 of a mile. Happened to come across these guys as we were walking through the upper and lower trails, so they were too cute not to take a picture of. Hey, buddy. Can you smile for the camera? Well, you're being more camera friendly. If only could find a moose that would do the same thing, we'd be in great business. Okay, we're at the Great Prismatic Springs and Midway Geyser Basin. And it's really windy, I guess. A little windy.
It's breezy.
It's breezy.
Blowing that warm cloud right into our face over there. But if you can zoom in, look at it's boiling.
Yeah.
The water's actually boiling.
You can see it kind of bubbling. It's just crazy.
Springs coming up, or it could be very hot, or a combination of both.
Probably a little bit of both. For the best views of Great Prismatic Geyser Basin, head up the road to Fairy Falls and take the short 15-minute hike up to the overlook, and the views from there are absolutely spectacular. So yesterday we stopped at Eagle Curio's historic soda fountain, and oh my goodness, the best ice cream in West Yellowstone. So we are back here today because we need more. So if you are in West Yellowstone, stop here for amazing ice cream.
Okay, so we are in Yellowstone, and it is before daybreak, or just right at daybreak. We are heading to the Lamar Valley, which is about 2 hours from where we're at in West Yellowstone.
Provided there isn't a bison backup.
Yes, provided there's not a bison backup like we had yesterday, where we had a big boy just strolling down the road. Not a care in the world, did not care how many cars he held up. In fact, he looked like he was enjoying it.
I think he was.
He totally looked like he was just, let's see if I can just walk right in the middle of the street so no one can get around me on either side.
I mean, literally, if it was a human, you would have thought it was some drunk guy walking down the middle of the road, just weaving back and forth, taking up both lanes.
Totally punking everyone, you know? And then, of course, everyone wants to stop
the
and take...
bison light is flashing, which means there are bison ahead.
Yeah, there probably are. Hopefully we'll get to see bison, maybe some, who knows, maybe a grizzly and some cubs.
And a bighorn sheep and a big male moose.
And maybe a swooping bald eagle.
And a swooping bald eagle. Yes.
That's what we're going to see.
Bighorn sheep. Did we see bighorn sheep?
And a bighorn sheep, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, all of those. And a partridge and a pear.
Probably.
And last thing.
So the park ranger that we talked to yesterday told us that we should leave West Yellowstone by 4:30, and we were out the door at 4:48, which for us is like amazingly on time.
Yes, it is.
So we're in good shape. So I think we're following a tour van. So who knows?
No, and you know what? I don't like following people. Number one, because we're trying to get our camera to take some good pics, but this guy got in front of me, and he's actually going 61 in a, he was going, he's now going 57 in a 45, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, as long as, and that way, if there's actually bison in the road, he's going to be the first to encounter it, not us.
Exactly.
And maybe I can watch him slam his bumper and...
oh my gosh, you can see the moon over here and the sun rising over there.
It's beautiful.
Thanks for the show, man. Grizzly bear. Check.
Is it grizzly?
It's a grizzly. And he's walking towards us. You are so cute. We are at Mammoth Hot Springs. It's about, I don't know what time, 4 o'clock?
It is 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. It's cloudy, it's rainy, as you can see. It's also hugely busy here. But we're...
Oh my God, it's like a theme park.
It is crazy busy.
It's, yeah.
So anyways, it's right near the north entrance of the park, and we're going to walk up and see the hot springs. So here's a pro tip. There is a parking lot for the upper deck right here. Wait, babe. So if you want to do less hiking, park up there, then drive down. Otherwise, you're going to hike from way down there all the way up here. And there's a lot of stairs. So I'm exhausted and out of breath, but it was beautiful and worth it. So Mammoth Hot Springs was a little wet because we got rain for the 15th straight location that we've been to.
Yep, we have an undefeated streak right now
of rain everywhere we go. So Mammoth Hot Springs, we're big. That's a great place to go walking. A little underwhelming, honestly. Maybe later on in the season when there's more water running through it, it might be better. But it was a great workout going up. I don't know how many stairs because I forgot to count.
Several hundred for sure.
I think that's an exaggeration, but close enough. So it's a cute little village. There's the Mammoth Springs Hotel is here, and there's a place to get gas and restrooms and everything. But if you're at the north entrance, definitely stop and check it out. We are at the Norris Geyser Basin. We kind of made an unscheduled stop. We went to Mammoth Hot Springs and then went into Gartner and saw the Roosevelt Arch. And on our way back, we just happened to notice that the parking lot wasn't full and the sun came out. So we decided to take advantage of it, and we're going to go check out the geyser. These geysers are just absolutely phenomenal to watch. And they just go off continually. It's so incredible. I was getting some of Norris Hot Springs. This is amazing. There's so many geysers bubbling up and so much steam. This is
pretty crazy.
The blue in the water, it's just beautiful.
And to think we're walking on top of a volcano.
I know. A little scary.
Little hint. Steam coming out of the earth. Boulders. Wow.
That's just unexpected.
Wow. This is one of the coolest things I've seen.
Yep.
This is amazing. Wow.
was so cool.
That was way cool. Out of nowhere.
Oh, that footage is going in the video.
A rock forest.
Yellowstone Lake is the crown jewel of Yellowstone National Park. This isn't just any old lake, folks. It's the largest high-altitude lake in North America, and it's got more cool spots than your summer playlist. Whether you're paddling a kayak, cruising in a boat, or just dipping your toes in the water, this lake's got something for everyone. And let's be honest, nothing says relaxation like floating in a lake surrounded by volcanoes. Yep, you heard right. Yellowstone Lake is sitting pretty on top of a supervolcano. But don't worry, it hasn't blown its top in over 640,000 years. Well, this is called Blackpool, but it's amazing shades of turquoise and blue. And what's so amazing to me is how clear the water is and how far down you can see. It's just spectacular.
It's like a swimming pool.
It is. I would want to dive in, but I'm sure it's way too hot. This is Abyss Pool, and technically I think this one should have been called Blackpool because it's definitely black, although you can see some spectacular shades of orange and a little bit of green way out there. But it definitely doesn't have the clarity that Blackpool had. So welcome to Abyss Pool.
Yeah, Blackpool was absolutely crystal clear. The Abyss Pool, this one here, is not even close to clear. I mean, it is, it's just very dark.
It's really dark.
I think someone switched the names.
Probably just to mess with you. Next week, we're heading to one of our favorite all-time spots, the Grand Tetons. Picture this, soaring peaks, wild rivers, and more wildlife than your last family reunion. And trust us, it's going to be a wild ride. Our first stop is Jackson Hole. This town has got it all, cowboy vibes, killer views, and more antler arches than you can shake a stick at. And speaking of shakes, we'll show you where you can get the best waffles inside of the Rockies. Here's a hint, it's 10,000 feet up, so bring your appetite, a warm jacket, and some oxygen. So whether you're here for the waffles, the wildlife, or the wild rides, the Grand Tetons have got something for everyone. So pack your sense of wonder and join us as we explore the most breathtaking place on Earth, and we'll see you in the mountains.